So, Emily.
What's going on? As if we haven't been talking for like 2 hours already.
I know, this is a very authentic way to start a conversation.
Woo! Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck every preppy white girl I was ever friends with that told me Panera Bread was a good restaurant.
I know this story, and you guys don't.
I just want to share with everyone my emotional turmoil of the day. Because I'm an idiot.
Tell them the story.
Okay, so, I got accepted into a very fancy university for the spring semester. Go Argos. So I'm very excited. I was supposed to have an advising appointment today. And I was like, oh, you know, UWF can't be that big, you know? It should be easy enough to find it. So I left my house like 45 minutes early thinking, alright, you know, I can take the short way there down Scenic Highway.
Foreshadowing.
but things were not fine. So I can take, you know, go down Scenic Highway and then just sort of like loop around. So the long and short of that is I got fucking lost.
It's a scary, scary place.
I got super lost. For those of you who are not familiar with the layout of the University of West Florida, there's lots of woods, lots of big fancy glass buildings, and not nearly enough big signs with the names of the buildings on them. They're like these little ass signs with like size 12 font that says like Pace Hall, Writing Labs, whatever. You can't fucking read that shit from the road.
So like imagine like the Jackson compound, but like for students, where you aren't gonna get to pet animals, but you might get raped.
Oh shit, my mom did know a girl that got raped and murdered.
Myrtled? Oh no!
Let me try that again. My mother was friends with a girl that got raped and murdered.
On UWF campus?
Yes.
That's why they have those red phones everywhere.
Yeah, like her body was like dumped in the woods. I was wondering about that today. I was like, do people get lost? Like, that's understandable. Like, please help, I can't find my car.
No, the concept is like if you're walking and you feel unsafe or whatever, you get on one of those phones and you call campus security and they'll come and like escort you wherever or come save you.
That's awesome.
Or at least they'll know what phone you were at when you got abducted. But...
Anyway, so the long and the short of it is I got very lost. And
as women do.
As women do, because as everyone knows, women are terrible with directions.
It's a stereotype that is true.
I'm angry. Don't stereotype me. It's true, but also go fuck yourself. So, got lost, was late for my appointment, got more flustered and frustrated the later it got, and then finally, I called my mom. That did not make things better, just by the way. And so I was even more frustrated. And then, Becca, as you know, I texted you.
Yep.
At this point, I'm like panic attack mode, like actively suicidal.
It was the climax of the day.
Like sitting in my car, like cannot breathe. And also, just let me say, I need everyone to know how much I love my sister. Because she was at work, and she got on her fucking work computer and, like, looked up the UWF map and the name of my advisor and found her phone number for me. And she was like, okay, you need to do this, this, and this, and it's gonna be okay.
I'm kind of a hero.
Like, no, like, you're a fucking hero. Like, I got...
Where's my fucking parade?
I have $2. I'll buy you some confetti. So, I got both the emotional support I was seeking and, like, the actual help that I needed for the day. So, that got resolved. It's fine. Like, I'm gonna have my advising appointment at some point.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, because this is gonna be an adventure for all of us to go on together. So, afterwards, I was like, I've had a pretty stressful hour and a half. I hear Panera Bread has some pretty bomb lemonade. I'm gonna go check that out. Let me tell y'all, it was like watery, it had no flavor. It was basically like yellow water. Like, I was
so like
not...
a LaCroix, or whatever it's fucking called.
Yeah, like, I was not impressed. I was very upset. Like, I was still sort of, like, in panic mode where I was still kind of like over emotional about everything. So like I pull out of the driveway, I drop my phone, I drop my card, and like I taste the lemonade, and I'm like, oh my god, it's horrible, and just like having a fucking breakdown. So here's the thing: don't go to Panera Bread. Don't get their lemonade. It was not worth $3.11.
First world problems.
Yeah, white girl problems. Looping back to my original point, fuck every white girl that ever misled me that Panera Bread was good. And it's always like the same kind of white girl. The kind that like goes to Hangout Festival and like wears flower crowns and body glitter. Like, fuck you.
They have no taste buds. They don't have taste, honestly.
Ketchup is too spicy. So,
this is spicy. It's a pancake.
This is like really spicy. It's regular mayo.
It's milk. As far as spices go, it's a base. Like,
this is spicy. It's ice. So yeah, that's my rant for the day.
So basically, white girls have the taste of toddlers.
But like, please understand, it's a certain type of white girl. I still love you guys. I have plenty of friends like this. You're all wonderful people.
We say friends with quotation.
You just have no fucking taste. And like, as racist as this is gonna sound, I need more black people in my life. Because those are the only motherfuckers that know how to eat.
Feel free to send in your application to
Please, like,
sociallyawkwardsesh@gmail.com.
If you can, like, actually cook regardless of race or ethnicity, I need more friends who are willing to feed me. Please and thank you.
If you know how to season chicken, please apply.
Oh god, like, if you know how to season chicken, just, like, send me a sample, and then, like, I'll give you my phone number and we'll go to the movies or something. I don't fucking know.
I'll give you feedback in 7 business days.
7 to 10 business days. I might need a follow-up sample, so just be prepared. So yeah, it was
like Top Chef. You're gonna get chopped.
Those are 2 totally different shows.
Well, they should be one.
Oh my god. Okay, but, like, I love Chopped.
I love Chopped, but I love Top Chef so much.
No, I love Chopped, and I don't know what it is. I think because I used to watch it with my Gigi. Like,
I love Gigi.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
And she passed away recently.
What?
It's not like actual family, but it's like extended family, you know?
Oh god. I thought you were talking about Gigi.
No.
Jesus.
No.
You gotta have different nicknames for different grandmas.
I forgot you called her that. I call her Granny Lily.
Oh. Well, we always called her Gigi on the streets.
Ain't nobody fucking with Gigi.
God, she's so fucking cute. I remember day after day, I would just sit there all day in the house with her, and she would sit there and scream at the fucking newscasters on TV while I cleaned up around her.
I love her.
She's adorable.
Anyway, no, different Gigi.
Okay, thank God. That just scared the shit out of me.
Literally,
I didn't actually shit.
None of the cousins of, like, my age range call her Gigi. We all call her Granny Lily.
Well,
like, even, like,
I didn't
Summer,
get that update. I don't know.
I don't know where even Gigi came from.
When I was hanging out with everybody and all of that stuff.
It was a different time.
Yeah. So, just a little backstory so you understand how we are related.
Oh, God.
Very briefly.
It's a straight line.
It's a very straight line. We are not, as some might think, related by blood. However...
We've misled you.
We're liars. Kind of like a liar.
You know, like a liar.
John Mulaney, I love you so much.
Hashtag
just throwing that
John
out
Mulaney
there.
sponsor us.
Please. Anyways, her older brother, half brother. So there's not like full DNA
Not
share.
even like, we only share like 25%.
It's half. That's how that works.
No, but like as you create more children, like it just gets less and less.
I don't feel like men's DNA changes as they share it with other women, so it's still half. Anyway, for science's sake.
We're gonna cut that. We need. Oh my god, I can't wait till we're like rich and famous
science
and we
is
can
science.
have like an editor and be like, Matt, edit that out.
Science. He will have to be named Matt now. Thanks for tying us to that name. I can just already picture Matt. He's gonna have to look exactly how I imagine
What
him.
do you think Matt's gonna look like?
Matt is gonna be, I would say probably like 5'11". He's not super tall, but not short. You know, like 5'11".
That's a good height.
He's got kind of a scrawny build because he spent most of his time indoors. He's gonna have like light brown hair. It's gonna be longer. He's always gonna have headphones around his neck, like all the time, showering, sleeping, fucking, I'm sure, headphones. And they're wireless because he's not a cheap piece of shit.
Obscure podcast that, you've probably never heard of it.
Yeah. And that's what Matt's gonna look like.
Do you want to know what Matt looks like in my head?
Sure.
Because, like, I chose Matt because it's, like, based on a real person. Not anybody I know. I don't know if you watched the Game Grumps. I know you've, like, seen some of their stuff here and there. But it's one of their editors. His name is Matt. And he's kind of tall. Not super tall, not short. Kind of scrawny build.
Okay.
Light brown hair, but it's, like, short and kind of curly. At least it was the last time I saw a picture of him.
Okay. You gotta keep up with Matt better.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's what Matt looks like in my head.
Matt always wears Converses and pants.
And skinny jeans.
Yeah, skinny jeans and like some kind of band t-shirt or like
but also
obscure,
like sweaters.
Like over it because he's cold because he's scrawny.
He has no muscle mass or fat.
Yeah.
He gets cold very easily.
Poor Matt. Gonna have to give him like hand warmers. That'll be his Christmas gift, like every year is hand warmers.
Matt, I love you.
We love you, Matt. Can't wait to meet you.
Not like the actual Matt I'm talking about, but like the conceptual Matt that like we're gonna speak into existence.
Yeah. Well, like I've read The Secret, so I know how that works.
Anyway, so you were telling people how we were related, Becca.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so anyways, her half-brother, on her dad's side, and I, when we were quite young, used to, for a lack of a better term, bump uglies quite regularly. And, I mean, we were dating, sort of, but...
they don't need all the dirty details.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Anyways, and then in that process, as, you know, young, dumb people do, created life. So, I am now accepted into the family. Honestly, I'm the preferred one. At least I like to think so.
You
because,
are for me.
because I'm dope as hell. And he's kind of not. So there you go. Anyway, I have a couple stories to tell you, Emily.
You tell. I'm dying to know.
All right. So this one goes back, I would say 3 to 4 years ago.
Are you going like chronologically the way you put it on your list? Because
I have it. Okay.
I snuck a
so
peek at it, and I have questions.
So also, for those who don't know me, which is I would guess most of you, I have trouble focusing. Like, for lack of, you know, a nicer way to put it.
This is like 3 episodes in, and people are like, "Yeah, we fucking know, Becca."
Yeah. I'm kind of like a dog with a squirrel. And, like, there are a lot of squirrels in this world, and I get distracted, like, super easy. So, I have prepared me a little list of things I would like to remember to talk about, because I oftentimes forget. Anyways, this takes us back. Yes, it's not necessarily in chronological order, but, like, the way that like, the first one is like a preface to the second one.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, and the third one was what I was gonna try to tell you the last time, but I totally forgot about.
As we tend to do.
And then the fourth one is completely apropos of anything.
Okay.
It just happened to be interesting to me.
I'm excited. I have questions, and I am ready.
All right, let's do this. So the first one's titled Pilot Neighbor. When I first moved into those apartment complexes, I don't know, it was probably like a couple months into it, but when I first moved in, I lived upstairs, and next to me was a dude who was super nice to me when I first moved in, and he was cute. Like, you know, I looked at him and I was like, damn, he could get it.
Right.
And he did. But he was a pilot. So normally it's not my usual to go for people who are, you know, not 6 foot tall. Sorry, I'm a basic white chick like that. Like,
I'm a bitch.
I'm kind of a judgy bitch. But anyways,
another stereotype that's absolutely true.
It's mostly, I'm sorry. It's mostly because it's not even like anything against shorter guys. It's the fact that I'm not that short, and I don't want to feel like, you know, like a giant.
But, like, if you're short and thick and look like Yanis Philippakis, please hit me up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Please send your applications and a picture.
Not
of your penis.
at gmail.com.
Of your face. And also, like, just your body in general, like, clothed, obviously. But, like, next to some type of structure so we could get size accuracy. Okay? And I don't want any funny angles like from up top where it looks like you're super tall, or like from below where you look like a giant. Well, I'm just saying, you like what you like.
That's fair.
Anyway,
so pilot guy.
Okay. So he was super nice to me when I first moved in. And kept always trying to start conversations. I'm not like a super social person. Like, if I'm forced into a scenario where I have to be social, I'll like participate, and I'm pretty charming, but I actively avoid those situations.
I get tired very easily.
I am very tired. I am small. I am tired. So anyways.
I am very small. I have no money. You can imagine what sort of stress I am under. Peter Parker to Tony Stark.
Aw. Hashtag RIP. So anyways, so he kept trying to start conversations with me. I was dodging that shit left and right. Cause also my like form of flirting, and I know I've seen this on like the internet a bunch of times, it's genuinely where I don't want to have to actually flirt. Like, I just like to awkwardly avoid you until you force me into having to talk to you. In which case, then you better watch out, because I'm going to hit you with all kinds of charm. But anyway, so he was like super nice to me, always like trying to start conversations and stuff. And if I was home, like I was in my apartment, like I wasn't sitting on the patio and like talking to folks before, you know, downstairs neighbors and stuff moved in. But regardless, focus, Becca. Okay, so I came home one day and there was a note on my door, and it was like, I don't remember what the fucking note said, but like something and his phone number. And I was like, bitch, all right. So then we started like,
cute.
Just wait, okay?
Oh god.
Anyways, so we started going back and forth via text message, as you do in this generation. Because who fucking like talks on the phone? And or in real life, despite the fact that they live like 10 feet away. And it was like 4th of July, and he was like, oh, well, we should hang out. And I don't know if, you know, you're aware of how dating or, you know, that kind of stuff works, but hanging out really means doing it, right?
Right.
I was down. Anyway, so 4th of July.
You youngins and your euphemisms.
Hey! 4th of July, I went out with some friends. We got drunk, got in trouble doing fireworks because it's illegal in Escambia County. Yay.
Woo.
And also my friend has a mouth on her, and so she was talking shit to these cops. That's another story.
Okay, but like, tag yourself. Fuck the police.
I done my nickel. Come and take me. But, so I get home from all of that, and I take a shower or whatever, and he had left his apartment unlocked for me to come over. Right. Yeah. So I did. Just speeding this along, it was hella disappointing. Also, I don't know where most men get their, like, sex health education from, but I feel like this gentleman, who is in the military, you're in the armed forces, you have access to, like, weapons and stuff. I feel like you should be smarter than this guy was. Like, he was one of those guys who legitimately, no joke, thought that women couldn't get pregnant if they were on top because gravity would take effect and it would just dribble on out. And I was like, Hunty, no. Like, that's not how that works.
Nobody can see me, but I'm literally sitting here, like, jaw unhinged. I look like, oh my, how old was this guy?
He was older than me. Like, he was in his late 20s, I think. Granted, I did not know enough about him.
That is unacceptable.
Yeah. Hindsight, also, Becca's kind of a hoe.
On that note, like, very quick sidebar, do you remember that guy, Chris, from my old job that I was like...
The one with the guns?
No.
Was it that one?
It's that guy, he was like 30 and I was like infatuated with him.
Yeah. Who moved to Milton or whatever?
No, he moved to Texas.
Shit.
He fucking moved to Texas. Anyway, not the point of the story.
Okay, sorry.
Just another case of a guy that's in the military. He was like a fucking, like, nuclear scientist or something. Like, he had
But access. Yeah, he, like, worked at fucking...
Yeah, like, he had access to, like, dangerous weaponry. And he was the person that he was. Anyway.
But also fuck him.
So fuck that guy.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anything about the armed forces because my stepdaddy was.
That you're a grown-ass man and you need to do better.
Yeah.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
be smarter. Like, educate yourself. You have access to the internet right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason.
It's in your pocket.
Exactly. There's no reason for you to be that fucking dumb. Like, you have a question?
I'm holding.
Google it.
Like, this shit, it is doing shit that people did not even dream of in, like, 1999. I got the whole goddamn world at my fingertips.
Exactly.
Literally.
Exactly.
Do better.
Yeah. Like, you know, if you're not like 100% on a fact, Google it.
Google is free.
It's free.
I fucking Google is free.
Okay. So, anyways, that happened. It was nothing to write home about. Literally, I was like, what a waste of an evening. I could have
been playing Red Dead Redemption.
Legitimately, I could have been playing Red Dead Redemption. I could have been playing an old fucking copy of, like, Modern Warfare, just not even online by myself.
And had a better time.
I could have been reading.
Because guess what? I would have been in my own house, in my comfy house clothes.
Alone, and not having to listen to fucking dumbs. But it was like, not that it lasted long. It was like...
In and out.
In and out, yeah. And you didn't get a burger at the end, which was disappointing. But... So anyways...
Also, hashtag In and Out, move south, please and thank you.
I was... awesome. Yep. Agreed.
Hashtag In and Out sponsor us.
But like after John Mulaney. He gets more like... He gets like 51% of the shares. We don't need any shares.
John Mulaney gets everything.
He could have whatever he wanted, to be real.
Literally.
Why are we so obsessed with him? Also...
That's creepy. He's 35. He's literally 15 years older than me. I would still hit it. However, he's married.
On a sidebar of that, 10 years age difference is not that big of a deal.
It's not, especially when you're both
illegal.
consenting adults.
Yeah. You're illegal.
It's one thing when you're like a 15-year-old dating like an 18-year-old, like that's fucking weird.
Not even that. I've seen like 16-year-olds dating like 28-year-olds, and I'm like, what do you even talk about?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You guys have nothing in common.
I saw this thing earlier, and it was like, today, and it was like, I don't understand how men can look at a teenager and be like, that's sexy. I look at dudes that are 2 years younger than me, and I'm like, that's a whole ass fucking child. Like, that is an infant.
Baby!
You could be like 2 days younger than me, and I'm like, ugh.
Like that fucking
go to daycare.
Scene from Wonder Woman, and she's just like, a baby! And she like runs over and like tries to like squeeze its chubby leg. I don't know. I don't remember anything about that movie.
Besides her being a fly ass bitch.
Oh fuck! Listen, I do not like Gal Gadot as a person.
Why?
Political reasons.
Oh, okay.
That I really don't want to get into. Once again, Google is free if you have questions. Not you specifically.
Yeah,
because
like, I'm not gonna Google politics.
But yeah, she was a boss ass bitch. That scene where she's like walking across the fucking like war, whatever, the fucking
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and they're just like shooting at her, and she's just like, nah, bitch. Like that was pretty bomb.
Yep,
and
I agree.
Kudos.
100%.
She is very beautiful. I wish she wasn't so problematic.
Moving on. Okay, so that happened once, and I was like, meh, I don't really need a second, like, dose of that. No seconds for me. I'm full. And,
I don't need to test my hypothesis.
Only if you can get this. I wasn't. But he didn't get that hint. And
he
so
had a great time.
He proceeded to, like, Snapchat me relentlessly.
He came. He thought everything was fine.
Yeah, for weeks. Relentlessly asking to hang out again, and I'm like, first of all, if I'm not responding via text, I sure as hell am not going to respond via Snapchat text. Yeah, and so then after like 2 weeks of this shit, he finally decides, you know what I should do? Send her a picture of my dingleberries, and she's gonna not be able to control herself and like break through my fucking door to like ravage me. Well, he sends me this picture, unsolicited, obviously, with a tagline of, "Do you want to come choke on this?" And I remember this. I was so over it at this point that my response was, "How?" ? And he then understood the hint and like gave me shit eye for the rest of the time he lived in the apartments. Refused to talk to me, like, wouldn't even say hello, just, like, mean mugged the fuck out of me. And I'm like, well, lesson learned, huh? Anyways, that's story number one.
I tried to be nice, but you just did not take the hint, baby.
Yeah, he was, like, dodging hints left and right. Like, bitch, this ain't the Matrix. Like, fucking catch it, put it in your goddamn brain, and move the fuck on.
What if I told you your dick game is not that good?
There's no nice way to tell a guy that. Like, they don't believe it. They're so unaware.
Oh yeah, every guy thinks he's like fucking Adonis and that he is just like James Dean.
And I'm like, okay, first of all, you're walking like a hard 1 inch, okay? I'm not talking about soft, I'm talking about hard, okay? Like,
fully erect.
At its prime, it's only about 1 inch, and that's
like,
rounding up.
You don't need to like be able to reach my cervix, but also like,
yeah, I'd like that. I need like a battering ram to the fucking cervix. Can you please? Which, sidebar, I heard this song. Okay, first of all, you know, Gandalf and his boo thing.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah, I could not remember it. Goddamn.
I just remember us sitting at the table and you saying, "How do you say Yves?" Can we just call him like YSL or something?
Yeah, YSL. Okay, I was over there last weekend because, you know, Saturday is Friendship Day.
Right.
And so, Gandalf sends me an email, inviting me to join their Google Play family plan. So now they adopted me, basically, is what happened. But I get free Google Music, which is my favorite type of music player anyways.
Right.
I had a free month, like, when I was on my vacation, and I loved it. So much freedom. I mean, I know that most of them, you get the freedom of, like, skipping, because I am super, you know, as far as my attention deficits go, I also am very picky with music, and sometimes I might really like it, and then sometimes I'm like, bitch, ain't nothing sound good. And so I just want to be able to skip, like, willy-nilly for no reason.
Yeah.
And or go back, you know? But anyways, so I have all this freedom, heard the song, which I'm going to have to share with you later.
Okay.
But one of the things was like, girl, just let me drill you. And I was like, I love that lyric. Like, please do. Take it away. Like, I'm all for it. Anyways, so that's the first story, just so you have a preface of who this person is. We're going to continue to call him Pilot Neighbor, okay?
Okay, so Pilot Neighbor Part 2.
Okay, so
I don't know how to say part in French.
After this whole scenario occurred, probably a couple months later, we were going out a lot, you know, because Militia and Gandalf and me were a little crew, and we would go out, like, all the time.
Right.
And we had
was
gone
this
out.
your hoeing phase?
It was the entry to my hoeing phase.
Okay.
I feel like my prime hoeing phase, baby mama was already in the picture, because we did a lot of online dating at that point.
Right.
Hashtag plenty of fish. You fucking suck.
Ew.
I know, it was like bottom dwellers. There's a lot of fish in the sea, but you know what else there is? Monsters.
What is that from?
Online. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
The interweb.
No,
some
that's
meme or some
from
shit.
Something. There's a lot of fish in the sea, but do you want to know fuck, I fucked up. Anyway. Please continue.
So, we'd gone out, we went downtown. For those who don't live around here, downtown is kind of where more clubs, if you can call them, are. And we're out, and it's a group of us, and Militia had been online dating, and she had met with this guy or whatever, and so he came out with his friend. We're going to call his friend Neck Tattoos. Neck Tattoos, despite...
I found it. It was a tweet, first of all.
Okay.
And it says, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but do you know what else there is? Trash. There's a lot of trash in the sea.
That's true.
That's fair.
Banning straws. But also,
Hashtag
I can't
take my straws from my cold dead hands.
Yes, because I can't drink out of things without a straw.
Okay,
like, I am not fucking, like, dexterous enough. Dexterous enough to be able to drink without spilling shit all over myself. I try with my water cup. Bitch, gets water fucking everywhere. It's ridiculous. I'm like, do I even know how to use my lips? A lot of guys say I do. But, so anyway, she had gone out with this guy, brought him along, to go out with us.
Okay.
He brought his friend neck tattoos. Despite the fact that he had neck tattoos, he was extremely attractive. Extremely attractive. Like, tall and, like, thin, but, like, fit. You know what I mean?
Like wiry.
He had, like, muscle definition, but he was, like, thin. And, had the whole, like, gangster white dude thing down. And he was, I mean, honestly, he was working it. Granted, I drank a lot during this period of time. So, that could have had something to do with it.
So, like, he probably wasn't that attractive, but I had beer goggles on, so please.
I don't know. I feel like he was hot, but, like, he's clearly somebody they're like, oh, that's a danger zone. Right. But I'm like, I'd like to go there. Anyways, I cared very little at that point in life. Right. Anyways, we're out downtown, and we're at this one club, and guess who fucking walks in and comes up to us? So, who walks in but pilot neighbor with a group of his friends, which honestly they all matched each other. They're like the two, like, super preppy, like, military guys.
Yeah, because they're all Air Force or whatever. Navy.
I think he was in the Navy, yeah. But anyways, yeah.
You said Air Force at first, so that's what.
No, he's a pilot. I don't think I ever said Air Force.
You said Air Force.
If we play the tape back,
you will see that I did not perjure myself. Okay, I'm probably wrong, as I often am. We are a Navy town, so he's a pilot in the Navy.
Anyways, so he walks in with all his friends. They're all equally obnoxious, but still hot. You know what I mean? Like that. Those kind of guys that you're like,
hot,
I hate, but I think you're attractive.
Hot in a, like, Navy guy way, because they're like fit and like they kind of have a cute face, but like not really.
Hot and like the basic white dude, like all American dude, like hot like Captain America.
I happen to think Captain America is very attractive.
I think he's very attractive too, but he is like.
I love me some Chris Evans.
Yeah, but
like top of my list.
Okay, well then I can't think of who else is like a basic white dude. Like he's hot, but he's like okay, you know, he's just hot. Yeah. Channing Tatum.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so moving on. They're all there. For some reason, they got like. I think we were at a gay club, too. I think it was before it closed. Emerald City, do you remember?
I do remember Emerald City. I got invited there multiple times.
Yeah, it was a joy. It was always very entertaining. Yeah, but I think that's where we were. Because the way that it plays out is that, surprisingly, to most guys, women, when they go out with their friends, don't want to be corralled by creepy military dudes.
Right.
So what they do is they try to seek out places where military dudes... They think they won't be.
Are not going to be. Yeah.
Right, so the gay club was their best option.
But also, they're gay guys in the military.
Well, no, it's not even that. Then the military guys picked up on that, and so then they all started flooding. Which worked for the gay guys just fine, but also...
does not work for us straight females. Not me, obviously. Does not work for these straight females that are at Emerald City trying to get away from the straight white guys.
Exactly. So they were like onto our plan, and anyway, so they show up, they start hanging out with us, and he's so fucking annoying, pilot neighbor. Like, when he's drunk, he's like a valley girl, okay?
Oh my god!
It was obnoxious, and guess who did not care for it? Neck tattoos, didn't care for it one fucking single bit.
Would you still be friends with me if I talked like that, like, regularly?
Well, because we're more like... family, I think I would deal with it, but I'm also like
That's the nicest thing anybody has ever said to me.
I'm like a very loyal and like low-key person for the most part, so it's like I kind of just deal with most things. But anyways, they were there. They wouldn't leave us alone because I guess in his drunken state, pilot neighbor had forgotten me not being interested.
Right.
Okay. And so he was like kind of trying to flirt with me. Obviously, I had already been flirting with neck tattoos, and he was into that. And so then he didn't like this other dude getting attention because I was mostly just trying to be like, back up, you know, off a pilot neighbor.
Bitch!
Get out the way! Anyways, so we all party, right? We go back to the apartment. My apartment was headquarters for all of my friends. Right. So anytime we went out, we always ended up back at the apartment.
All right.
And so we head back there, and in the process of this whole evening, the news had been dropped that obnoxious dude was my neighbor, and that he was a pain in the ass and like super weird.
Right.
And so neck tattoos. We get back to the apartment. We go upstairs. I'm unlocking the door slowly because I had to figure out how keys worked, and neck tattoos needed to pee, and he could not control his bladder. So he's like, fuck this shit. And he walks over to the freaking doormat of Pilot Neighbor and just pisses, like R. Kelly style, all the fuck over his door, his fucking... And, like, part of me, I was divided emotionally, because, like, that's fucking funny, but also trashy as hell, you know? Like,
also, that's, like, a minor misdemeanor?
I'm pretty sure if you have neck tattoos, you're about that life. But, no offense to anyone with neck tattoos, it's just, you're stereotype, no offense. But
just like women, it's fine. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together. So that happened, and I totally did neck tattoos. I wasn't happy about it. It wasn't bad, though. Like, I regretted the
Was
next
it better
day.
than Pilot Man?
For sure. But that's not, like, that's a low-ass bar.
Right.
Okay? But,
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Pilot Man live in relation to you?
So, like, if you go upstairs, I'm right here. He was directly next to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, not even, like, on the other side, but he was just, like, literally your next door neighbor.
Like, he would mention constantly, like, he would always ask me, like, why are you showering so late? And I'm like, bitch, because I work at night, and I come home and I shower.
That's fucking creepy.
It's creepy. Like, why are you listening to my water pipes? Like, that sounds like a euphemism.
Okay, but also, like, in his defense, like, I understand those walls were, like, paper thin.
True.
And they
fair.
were not the best water pipes.
That's true.
That's fine.
But you did get good pressure. You got good pressure, and it warmed the water quite quickly.
You know what's weird? In all the time you lived at that apartment, I
never showered.
I never showered there.
Did you ever shower here?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned.
I've showered here. But also, like, you lived, like, 5 minutes from me.
That's fair.
So like, there was no need. Like, all my shit was, like, up the road.
Right. That's true.
But, like, now you're, like, 30 minutes away, and so...
I guess.
From my house, it is more or less a 30-minute drive.
Well, I work right next to you, and I get home in a 20 minutes or less. It's like a pizza.
That's because you drive like a fucking maniac.
This is fair. I have been described as driving like a bat out of hell. That was a description. But I'm like, if you think about it, I was leaving work at that time, so I literally was a bat out of hell.
I was indeed a bat out of hell.
So this has been another week with us on the Socially Awkward Sessions.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter so you don't miss a single update. Catch you next time. Bye.